Yes, yes, yes. Good evening, lovely people of Hamburg, Germany, and Ghana. Once again, welcome to Top Politics of Top Radio in Germany, Hamburg. It's another lovely Friday evening full of information and education from the political environment. Um, Today is also another promising time that we hope to bring to you a lot of activities, programs, and happenings in the political environment. So, as I'm seated today with my co-host and guest who will be joining me, I just want to say a welcome to you all and thank you for joining us this evening. So, I'll quickly go for a short break as an intro. Then we'll come back with full fire to elaborate and discuss most of the topics that we would want to discuss today. But a quick one, we'll be looking at we'll actually be looking at the taxes or what it means for a country to impose taxes on its citizens and what those taxes are intended for. Is it for development or is it for their pockets as leaders? And also, how does the citizen, feel about taxes? We'll also talk about the primaries, that the new patriotic party, the ruling government party in Ghana, they are having their parliamentary elections tomorrow Saturday, that is on the 27th. And Ghana is going to be very hot tomorrow because most of these elections or candidates will be representing their political party into elections. So, and the last thing I think we will be discussing is also the internal or local elections within Germany, the federal council elections that is happening within Germany, and how Ghanaians or other foreigners are seriously taking part in these elections. That goes to tell us how we are quickly integrating to the German system. So stay tuned and make sure that you are tuned in, you share, and you also like Top Radio Hamburg to enjoy some of these programs. So we'll be back with you shortly. Yes, thank you very much for staying tuned with us. Welcome again. And those that have just joined us, this is Radio TopAfric. And today, once again, it is the top politics. Like I initially said, my name is the Eagle. That is what people popularly know me with, but my real name is Sita Abdul Halik. Yes, so today we will be looking at what taxes is all about and how does taxes affect a nation's development. Ghana as a nation has a lot of challenges when it comes to developmental projects and also relating it to our GDP and also our debt per capita income. Also, that also led the country into a lot of challenges, as in currently the country can be found itself at its knees economically and now recovering from figures that we have gotten from the governor of the Bank of Ghana. And also, everybody knows that Ghana is currently at the IMF seeking for a bailout or an IMF program to help them recover from the economic challenges that they are facing. And like I said, the governor of Ghana Bank has actually stated that they have hit the U-turn and things are changing, or times are going to be better, because they have been able to meet all the criteria and policies put in place by the IMF to make sure that they get this bailout. Yes, it's true, the first batch or first tranche of the money came, and the second one was due last month. And as we speak, we are being told that that second batch of money or support have also been given to the government of Ghana as part of the IMF program. So if Ghana has gotten this second batch help or this second batch tranche of money, that is going to help or boost the economy of Ghana. I keep asking this question, and I just want us to look at it as citizens of Ghana, both home and abroad. Every nation is developed by its taxes or by the income or revenue it generates. That is what is being used for developmental purposes. That is what is used for sustaining the country. Now, Ghana is not different from any other country in the world that runs through either monarchy or through a political system. These countries are found to generate income that is used for social amenities and also sustaining the country. Though, yes, countries all over the globe are also known for having natural resources that are being extracted and also help in generating revenue for the country. There are a lot of streams or avenues a country can generate revenue, okay, from its natural resources to its relationship with international bodies or countries, to its ability to cut down expenses or unnecessary spending, to the fact that they are able to create this strong and resilient economy for businesses to grow. Like I said, Ghana is of no different. I'm actually bringing this topic up because just last week, and I'll just say at the beginning of this month, there have been a lot of talks on the fact that the government of Ghana has directed the GRA, the electricity or ECG, that is the Electricity Corporation or Company of Ghana, and also the GRICO, and I think the NETCO, the Northern authority in charge of electricity to implement the 15% VAT tax policy or component that has been in place by law but was not implemented. And there is a lot of difficulties with Ghanaians understanding it and also accepting to pay it. So we have a lot of demonstrations going on in Ghana and also a lot of stakeholders giving out their contribution or their point of view. And most of them are, I would say that 90% of these views are all saying that one, is wrong timing. Two, if the stated percentage, that is the 15%, could be reviewed downwards. But the point is that, do we have other streams or other forms of generating this revenue to make up to the expectations of government or to meet the budgetary deficit or surpluses of government? That is what I want us to look at today. So whilst I continue, I'll always remind you that you should share and also join us with your comments. And as usual, I will bring the phone numbers, or I'll read the phone number so that we can send our comments and contributions to this program. Yes, so the number, if you are outside Germany, please just add the code, which is +49 1521 04 39013. I repeat it again. That is our WhatsApp number, okay? If you're outside Germany, it is +49 1521 40 39013. You can join us with your contributions. So like as I was saying, okay, every country is known for, or its strength being the fact that its ability to generate income or taxes or revenue to support its development. Yes, in every year, governments are supposed to read out budgets or to bring out budget as to what the country needs in terms of fiscal development, policies, fiscal policies, any other thing the government wants to do or any other thing the government feels that it is right, and also the important thing to do for the betterment of its citizens. Though we all know that most of these budgetary policies are initiated from the grassroots, and when I say from the grassroots, from the community level to the district assemblies or to the municipal levels, then to the regional and to national. But sometimes, yes, we do find out that some of these policies or budgetary policies really doesn't relate with the grassroots very well. So then it becomes a problem. So if government, okay, or if a government comes to read out a budget, it tells us what it wants to do or what the nation says it needs. So the government will say, okay, fine, the nation needs schools, hospitals, and let's say good roads. And per estimations, this is how much it's going to cost the government to accomplish these demands or these expectations from the citizens. Then the government goes ahead to read it or to tell us that, okay, you say you want roads, you say you want schools, you want hospitals. This is going to cost us, let's say, €1,000. But then, when I look into the coffers or into the packet of government, okay, we don't have €1,000 to accomplish or to get you, the citizens, all this you ask for. Then what does the government do? The government will go out borrowing. The government will go out seeking for other ways or streams of getting money to accomplish this demand its citizens expect of him. Now, Ghana as a case study, because we are Ghanaians and my listeners or viewers largely are Ghanaians. So, and this topic mainly is based on the Ghanaian political environment. So in the case of Ghana, Ghana is a developing country, largely known for its resources, a few percentage of working class that pays taxes or that government generates a lot of its income from. Yes, we also enjoy other income from sectors like our imports or exports, that is our harbours, and also other activities that government or citizens does for us to generate revenue. But here is the case that this country from independence, I'll call it, have been running its budget on deficits, meaning that most of the things that its citizens expect from it or from him, I'm classifying the government as a him, it is not able or he's not able to accomplish because he doesn't have the money to do it. So if he doesn't have the money to do it, what does it do? It rather imposes more taxes, that is giving more burden to its citizens, or it goes out to borrow because it might not be able to generate the money instantly from its citizens, so it will go out borrowing, which brings out more interest onto the country. Now, if a country like Ghana, let's say, reads out a budget that, okay, I need to continue with my free senior high school. I need to make sure that every district that doesn't have a district hospital gets a hospital. I need to make sure that we get good roads. I need to make sure that we get good water and stable electricity or energy to power our industries. I need to make sure that these industry players or these industries are fully functioning. I also need to make sure that we do a lot of agricultural activities to export more rather than to import. But then, in accomplishing all this, this government doesn't have the money to do that. First, the economics will tell you that, first of all, you look within. Okay, in looking within, okay, it goes to realize that its citizens, majority of them, don't pay taxes. Or if even they want to pay, okay, but the taxes regime and the tax system that we have in Ghana does not encourage most Ghanaians to pay taxes. So the burden of paying taxes lies on only a few percentage of Ghanaians, and that per statistics is not more than 30% of Ghanaians. Meaning that, okay, 30% of Ghanaians are those paying taxes for the rest of the 70% to enjoy. Is that not scary? So now watch. If let's say you have a family and it's only the father that is a provider, and a family of let's say 10, and everybody relies on the father, the more the father does it and doesn't get more money to support everybody as we all grow and our needs and demands grows, it will get to a point that the father will be running a deficit because he cannot sustain it. Okay, but assuming this family, the father is working, the mother is working, the kids grow to work and support this same family, or grow to be independent, not even support the family again, you see that the resilience of this family will be stronger than a family that is based its support or its lifeline on one person. It's just like that for a country. So if fewer people are paying taxes, that goes to tell us that obviously the burden of cushioning the 70% rely on the few people. So let's assume that if you were paying 10% of a tax to cushion for the 70% or the 100% in total, now the demands keep increasing because the population increases, all right? That means that your 10% you were paying will surely increase to 15% or to 20% because we are not getting more people to pay these taxes. So what does the government do to make sure that, okay, they get something small from the rest of the 70? That is where we have the indirect taxes. These indirect taxes, yes, does not form a larger portion of the taxes needed to run a country. Yes, though it also supports, but it doesn't support it largely. So you hear people in Ghana saying that when I buy a tin of milk, I pay tax. Yes, you do pay tax. When I buy soap from the supermarket, I pay tax. Yes, you do. When I buy fuel, I pay tax. Yes, you do. But what is the percentage of these monies in relation to the total revenue expected as a country? A very small portion of it. But the large portion of it comes from the larger companies or the bigger industries in Ghana, and also areas like our ports and harbors. Also with, I would say, the international companies or our bilateral companies that are situated in Ghana. Okay, so if these companies and industries or sectors, I'll call them, okay, are not able to generate revenue to meet the expected expenditure, obviously government is forced to go outside or to look outside the country to generate revenue to support it. That is where mostly you see governments upon governments in Ghana going outside the country to generate revenue. And we all know what this borrowing does to us as a country. Before I go into the borrowing, let me still stay on the local tax component, or how this affects us as a nation. As I was talking, I was making reference to a family and how one person suffering the fate of all. If Ghana doesn't find a way to widen its tax net, that is to make sure that the 70% that don't pay tax or that don't pay any significant taxes does pay taxes, then the fewer people or the few people that pay these taxes will always face this route of giving more to the country so that others will benefit. If today, okay, the government is saying that because of its challenges or because of economic challenges, this tax component of 15% VAT, which has been part of our laws from 2013, if I'm right, but was never implemented or was under the consideration stage. And government now decides to add it onto us. Yes, we know that people already in Ghana are suffering with their livelihood of trying to even maintain their electricity on. And now we're even adding a percentage on it. Yes, it's a bit difficult. But in the local palace, they will say, who caused some? Who caused some? Yes, we will say partly is the government. And when I say government, I don't mean Nana Akufo-Addo's government alone. It's from his predecessors till he also continued. And partly too is the system we run as a country. We don't encourage tax payment. Yes, nobody even wants to pay tax. Nobody wants to pay tax, but we don't also encourage tax payment. And also our way or system in even generating these monies or these taxes is limited. Or I would say what's the analog way, where we get individuals, they go into the market, they go to these companies with their manual receipts to pick their money. Some of them, which doesn't come back to the government cafes, end up in people's pockets. So if we want to get more money or get an effective or an efficient way of taking these taxes, what do we need to do? At least in foreign countries, okay, nobody comes to you with a receipt book to pick taxes. You're obliged to pay, and the system is placed in a way that whether you like it or not, you would pay. Some of these monies are taken from source. So if government follows suit, or if Ghana government should do that, I think that is going to help us to make sure that we are able to broaden the tax net. Yes, the Vice President of the Republic of Ghana, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, has initiated that policy of making sure that some of these taxes are being gotten from that wider net. Yes, by making sure that the port is more or less paperless. GRA is implementing also paperless and also creating systems where they can easily attract these monies without loopholes or without holes. So you see, if this should happen, I think it would help us solve most of these challenges we face as citizens of Ghana. So largely, I would say that yes, the tax component on the electricity or the VAT component on the electricity that is coming up is not so healthy. But like I said, times are hard everywhere, and we all need to bear and support our country. In Germany, as I sit here, I pay taxes. Everybody does pay taxes. Everybody who is of the working class, you would pay taxes. So it doesn't really matter whether you are a farmer, you are a doctor, you work as a spuler in a restaurant, or you are a mason. Since your name is captured on the records of Germany that you are a citizen or you are a resident of Germany, you would pay taxes. So their tax net is wider, way wider. So they are able to take every coin or every euro that is supposed to be taken. Now again comes the expectation of citizens when these monies are being paid. In Germany, yes, we all know that when the taxes are paid, citizens get the results, or citizens see the results by every day you go out of your door and roads are being blocked because there are constructions or maintenances everywhere. You go out of your door and the transportation system is conk. When you are ill, okay, you see how effective and proactive the health system is. Okay, you see ambulances running here and there, carrying sick people here and there. Your lights don't go off. In fact, with my few years stay in Germany, it was a miracle for me to see one time, I think that last 2 weeks or so, that lights went out. We had a blackout just for some few minutes and it came back. And that was also news. But in Ghana, we don't get that. All these taxes that are being taken, or all this money that are being taken from citizens, yes, so we don't get the result because the system in taking these monies and also checking it is not solid enough to make sure that these holes or these monies are being used right, as we see in European countries or in Germany. So, as a country, what are the ways forward? I think the citizens need to support the government in making sure that, okay, most of these monies are gotten right. But if we all act the same as we have been acting for centuries or for decades now, Ghana will still be the same and will still pay these huge taxes or these huge monies to government bodies or to state companies or state entities, and yes, still will not get the results. So I will entreat Ghanaians and every citizen anywhere on this globe that, okay, in as much as you pay taxes, also ask for what? Accountability. It is your right to ask for it, but not in a violent manner. Yes, you can go out to demonstrate, just like the TUC of Ghana is doing. Okay, almost every arm of the TUC in Ghana is out there challenging government and also giving 7 days ultimatum that they should withdraw this very tax on electricity because they are already overburdened. I think that is a solid way of what? Expressing your grievances. So I think that other Ghanaians who don't pay tax, I would plead and also encourage that, okay, don't think you are doing or you are being smart to yourself. You're only causing more harm than good. You're not helping yourself and you're not helping your family, you're not helping your country. And don't ever think that if you decide to dodge tax or if you decide to evade tax in Ghana, okay, your Ghana can ever be like Germany. It can't happen. It can't happen. Pay your taxes, ask for accountability, and I bet you would get the results. And also, this is to the leadership. And when I say leadership, I mean government. So starting from public servants to civil servants, those who make up government, all right? Excluding, though the citizens also do, but let me just limit it to those that take these taxes. Look, it is our money, not your money. That money is for development. That money is for the sustainability of the country, but not for you to put in your pocket and do what you want to do with it. Don't be greedy. Don't be that wicked. As you keep the money in your pocket, somebody is dying in Mankaninjaso. As you keep the money in your pocket, there's no incubator for a baby in Ada. As you keep that money in your pocket, people are dying on the roads. as you keep that money in your pocket, the market woman, the farmer, the doctor, the student, you, the politician yourself, everybody suffers the fate. So let's wise up. Let's be citizens and not spectators, as the president says. I'll leave it here on this issue. But quickly jumping up to my next topic, which I think is also very important for me and which would always be, or which is supposed to be the basis of all these discussions we have. The New Patriotic Party, that is the ruling party in Ghana, tomorrow is going to the polls again to elect some of its parliamentary candidates that will represent them in 2024 elections. And also, if they go through or they sail through, there would be representations of the party in parliament. And we all know that it is the parliament that makes laws or in charge of legislature. And this parliament, at least as an arm of government, is the one that tells us either it's a yes or a no when policies are being brought up before them. That is Ghana, or that is supposed to be Ghana, because every person in Ghana of the voting age would vote for a representative to represent him or her in this parliament. It is our constitutional right. So if you do that and you elect such a person to represent you in parliament, that also means that you expect the person to act as you are and think for you. Sorry for that. And also implement laws that will make your life better as a citizen. So tomorrow, the New Patriotic Party will be going to the polls to elect its candidates towards 2024 elections. The NDC, which is the largest opposition party, has already done that, or have already gone through their primaries and have their candidates already. Now it's left with the ruling party, though they also divided theirs into two. They did for orphan constituencies. And when I say orphan constituencies they never had representation in, or they currently don't have members of parliament representing them at the parliament house. But as at tomorrow's election, it is rather individuals who are already occupying seats in parliament that others want to challenge them and get elected. So we will be looking, or we'll be diving into that aspect of it so much. And I have a guest, or a former communication officer of the Germany branch of the New Patriotic Party, who will be joining me on phone. But as at now, I think I don't know if he would be ready to join me before I dive so much into this activity. Producer, I don't know if my producers are ready to get this man I'm talking about. Like I said, he was a former communication officer of the New Patriotic Party in Germany. I know he's an astute politician who has seen it all when it comes to his party activities. But as I continue to say, this elections is looking out for, or is looking out to elect over 80 or more people to join the parliament in 2024. And all these seats that are being contested for are already individuals who are representing the party, or who are members of parliament for the party. Yes, you find new faces or new crop of individuals who are coming to challenge them for their seats because they feel that they can do better than the sitting members of parliament. Others are going unopposed. Others are going unopposed, and others are being challenged. So it's really a tough battle for some of them, because some are really facing a tough time because they want to take them out. Because the citizens feel that their existence or their representation in parliament have not been so effective, and they are being challenged. So tomorrow, like a former president said, is going to be a boot-to-boot affair. Those that are lucky will sail through. And I'd say lucky because your work and your works will determine whether they're Ghanaian citizen or whether the party will maintain you as a candidate going into 2024 elections. So, the New Patriotic Party, like I said, as at the day for yesterday, brought out guidelines, which they normally do, to tell Ghanaians as to how everybody is expected to follow the elections, and also how candidates are supposed to comport themselves, and electoral officers and also voters, how everybody is supposed to comport and behave during and after the elections. So I would say that the General Secretary of the New Patriotic Party, the day for yesterday, had a press conference in Kumasi to stipulate some of these rules or some of these guidelines, stating, I just want to just run a few, stating that nobody should, first of all, go into the elections with any violent characters. Everybody should go there in peace. There's not going to be gathering or a congress, which normally they do, where we sit or they sit as a conference hall. There will be speeches or there will be opportunities for people to, or candidates to talk to delegates. But this time around, it is not going to be like that. There will only be polling stations and polling centers. The delegates come, cast their votes, and go wait for the results. Everybody or every delegate is expected to have one single vote. If you are not a delegate, you are not entitled to vote. Or if your name is not on the voter register, you are not entitled to vote. Some of the members of parliament, I think, are entitled to vote. I don't know whether it is all of them. That I don't have the fact on that. And also, poll starts and closes at a certain time. So if you are within that time, you would enjoy or you would have the right to vote. But if you come after that, you cannot vote. That has also been stated. And it has also been stated that from tonight till the end of polls, no campaign. Meaning that campaign ends tonight. So tomorrow, nobody should go to the polling station or the election grounds with party colors. The General Secretary also stated that there shouldn't be vote buying, which is one topic I think I'll just touch before I close this show. Okay. Delegates should be allowed to be free and go into these elections with their conscience and vote right. In years back, okay, delegates were seen being camped by candidates and a lot of vote buying being done, where we see people throwing monies and buying cars for people, etc. But now it is not like that. Or per the guidelines, okay, the General Secretary or the party and its executives have decided that they streamline things to make sure that everybody is in line and there should be a free, fair elections. Like I said, the NDC have already gone through this, and tomorrow it is the turn of the MPP. And like I said, it is going to be boot for boot. Though some of the constituencies are not known or seen for, with hotspots. And when I say hotspots, known for effective or like a fierce competing election. But others are known for a fearless competition, okay, where two bulls or two elephants are challenging for the seats. Okay, I can mention a few that I'm aware of, like Ndomi Kobenya, Bantama. I also know of Yendi constituency, and a few likes. So, like I said, I think I have the former communication officer of the branch Germany MPP online now. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Kari.
Yes. You are live with us on the Top Politics on Radio TopAfric, and we are discussing your party's elections tomorrow. Can you tell us briefly what will happen tomorrow?
Okay, before I start anything, let me send my greetings to those in the studio and other members listening to the program. Tomorrow is a big day in our political history, especially the MPP. Tomorrow we are going to have our parliamentary primaries, where we are going to elect our parliamentary candidates for the 2024 elections. And I heard you saying some constituencies are boom constituency or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, they are hot seats.
Yes, it's true.
Yes.
There are some people who are going to contest in those constituencies. People are thinking the election is going to be tough or anything. But for me, I don't think it's going to be tough or it's going to be a bull election or anything like that. No. MPP, we conduct our elections in a peaceful way. MPP believes in democracy. So the candidate the people who vote for, or the delegates who vote for, is the one or the person the party will accept.
Okay.
So we are not going to do the election in any bull election or anything opposite. No. We believe in democracy. So the one who the delegates will elect, the party will accept it 100%.
Okay.
And the primary two is going to be a peaceful primaries. There is going to be free and fair elections in all the constituencies. There's not going to be any problem. You know, since we started this primaries, there hasn't been any intimidation or any fighting or anything bad in the whole constituencies. So I know it's going to be peaceful.
Yeah. So, Mr. Tufo, with what you have said, okay, we have over 373 people filing for these various positions or to contest for this tomorrow's elections. Okay, if you assure us that yes, tomorrow is going to be very peaceful, but we all know that we have some of these constituencies that are known to be, I will call them hotspots, because the competition there is going to be very great. I give an example of Bantama constituency or Domikobenya, where the sitting MPs are being contested strongly by very competent opponents. Okay, and also like Yendi constituency, where the son of the former vice president is being contested by the CEO of the Maslog company. So looking at some of these constituencies, you can tell that the individuals involved are strong or big whips when it comes to politics. And going to tomorrow's elections, they all want to win this election. So with this kind of constituencies, what is your take? What do you expect?
For me, or even the MPP as a whole, we don't expect any skirmish or anything going to happen there. The delegates are going to elect the one they think will fit for the party, the one who the delegates think or feel he will win the constituency for the MPP. There's not going to be anything. Okay. Because people are saying they are hotspots or anything. Like if you mention Yendi, yes, Yendi, the CEO of Maslog, is contesting with the MP who is the son of the former vice president, the deceased former vice president, Alhaji Aliyu Mama. Yep. That doesn't mean because his father is the former vice president or the woman is the CEO of Maslog, people are going to fight or there's going to be anything. No, it will be peaceful. The one who the delegates will elect, the party will accept it. Yeah, that's why I told you we believe in democracy. People can say it's hotspot, like Bantama. Yeah. Despite maybe what happened from few words from Honorable Kennedy or something like that, nobody has said anything from the other candidates or anything. And it's going to be peaceful too. And Domiko Abinya, for me, I believe Adjua Safo and the son of the former Speaker of Parliament, Aaron Quay, there's nothing going to happen. The election is going to be peaceful because maybe it will happen that before even the election, the delegates will have been fighting among themselves or anything like that. But nothing of that sort has happened. So it's going to be peaceful. It's going to be democratic. The one that the delegates will elect, the party will accept it, and Ghanaians will even accept it and vote for that particular candidate.
Yeah. So a quick one. I also realized that about 29 of the sitting MPs are going unopposed. And some, like I said, are being contested strongly. What makes these 29 so special that they are enjoying this favor from their delegates?
Due to the work they did for the constituencies. If nobody is competing you, or nobody is competing, or nobody is going to stand against you, then automatically you become unopposed, like the Minister of Education.
Yes.
I've given you an example, like the Minister of Education, the constituency or the delegate feels he has done a good job. So nobody competed with him. The same thing applies to the other candidates. Nobody told them that nobody should come and contest them. No, the members there felt that they've done their work, so we leave them to go unopposed. Nobody imposed any candidate on anybody or any constituency.
So you think it is because of their good works that the delegates are maintaining them? So does that mean that those that are being contested strongly, they didn't do a good work?
They did a good work. Those who are not being contested, you also did a good work. But it depends on the delegates in the constituency and the people in the constituency.
Okay.
Because maybe I did a good work. I'm a MPP, parliamentary candidate for a Dumasi constituency. Maybe the delegate there, or there will be somebody who want to contest me. That doesn't mean I didn't do anything. But there are some constituencies that people there feel that this man, he has done a good thing. This MP has done a good thing. So we don't need to go and contest him. So it depends. It doesn't mean that those who are being contested didn't do anything important, or they didn't do any work. No, they've done what is expected of them. Only the people who are contesting them. And in democracy too, anybody at all from the constituency, be a member of the party, can contest the parliamentary candidate.
Yeah. So with that said, Mr. Tufo, if I may then ask you, okay, if these individuals or these parliamentary candidates, all right, that are being given the opportunity to run unopposed, all right, they don't live to expectation when it comes to the elections. That means that the party would lose about 20 or more seats, right?
That the party is going to lose 20 or 20 something seats, or what?
Yes, my question is that, okay, if the delegates within the MPP feels that these individuals, these unopposed individuals, okay, or candidates are the best candidates to represent them, okay, and they allow them to run, and they go to compete with the NDC in 2024 and they lose because that opportunity, or just because the majority felt that, okay, he has done some one or two things, so we just need to let him go. Nobody should contest him. And he goes to meet the NDC and let me use the local word, flop. Okay. That means that the party will be losing over 20 or more seats.
No. I don't agree with you.
Okay.
What about those who have been contested and who have been contested, but they were voted to go and stand for the election and they lose?
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that because they are unopposed. No, in an election, nobody knows what will happen.
True.
So if he's unopposed or people are competing with him, that doesn't mean if we elect the person, automatically he's going to win the election for the national election. So it doesn't mean they are unopposed. It's automatically that when they go to the polls on 2024 election, they are going to win. It depends on the hard work they are going to do. Because after all, even if they stand for the election, we let them to go and stand for the party. During the national election, it can happen that not all those in the constituency will vote for them. We get CPP, we get MP, NDC, we get so many political parties who also compete with him.
Yes. Yeah, but you see, one other funny thing is happening within your party, and I think I want you to touch on that. Okay, going into these elections, we realized that about 8 or 12 of sitting MPs decided not to contest again. Why? What is the rationale? What is happening?
No, there are a lot of them who maybe since they've been in the parliament for a long time, so they want to retire for the youth to come. It doesn't mean anything. After all, some will go and some will come.
Yeah.
You see, like, let's take somebody like Oteche Mensah. He has been in parliament for, I think, for more than 30 years or maybe 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
So he feels he should retire. The time has come for him to go and somebody will take over.
Yeah.
Because the parliamentary seat is not that 8 years, that after 8 years you should go. You can stay there till when the people decide not to vote for you. But he feels it has reached a time that he has done his work for the party and for the nation, so he wants to retire. There are so many people, these 18 people, who also feel they want to retire. Then we will find some people to go and replace them.
Yeah.
After all, the old men should go and the youth too should come. It depends.
Yeah, at least we saw that some of these MPs that decided not to go again are even first-time MPs. An example is Francisca of I think Kwabri. She's very young, one of the youngest MPs that the country has ever gotten, but she has decided not to pursue the career again. It's really something. Yeah.
Yes, Francisca is my member of parliament from Kwabri East. I'm from Kwabri East. 2016, I did campaign with her together. I knew her very much.
So why did she discontinue?
No, it depends on her. Okay. She feels she don't want to go back to parliament. Nobody can force her. The party cannot force her.
Yeah.
It's his free will to stand again or not to stand again.
Yeah.
So she feels she don't want to go back to parliament again. And she thinks there are so many other candidates in our constituency who can replace her. So it doesn't matter whether somebody can go there for only one term and decide not to contest again. It depends on the person. It's not that the constituency or the delegates doesn't like her. No. She feels she doesn't want to go back again.
Okay, Mr. Tufo, let's dive a bit. Yeah, let's dive a bit into I want Domi Kobenya. Okay. Like I said, though it might also be a hotspot, but I also think that it's a very interesting place that looking at Honorable Ajua Safo, looking at Honorable Michael Kwe Jr. and the young lady, the lawyer, looking at the dynamics, do you think that Ajua Safo, upon all that she has gone through lately, okay, absenting herself from parliament and some saying that causing the party or government a lot of difficulties, would be able to maintain her seat? Though, yes, that constituency is also known to be one of the largest constituencies that gives the party or your party majority of its votes.
Yeah, don't forget she contested with Makukwe Jr.
Yeah.
During the last primaries, and Makukwe Jr. lost. But what she has done or anything, everything depends on the delegates.
Mm-hmm.
If the delegates feel Ajua Safo should be elected, it depends on the majority. They can elect her. And if they feel Makukwe should be elected or the lawyer.
Yeah.
So that's why I told you, it's we are in a democracy.
Yeah.
And in election, anything can happen.
Mm.
Despite the problems Ajua Safo encountered, it can be that the delegates still feel like electing her, and nobody can block that. So let's wait after the election, then we can say something about it. So far as I know, it's an election. Anything can happen. We can't say because of this or because of that, they are not going to elect this candidate or they are not going to elect this candidate. So let's leave it to the delegates. And tomorrow they will tell or they will show everything to us. They will vote, and the vote that will come out, we will accept it 100%. It can be Makukwe Jr., it can be Ajua Safo, it can be the lawyer. So let's wait.
Okay, so let me just pull your legs small. Assume you're a delegate of Domi Kobenya. Where will your bet be on, or who will your bet be on? Going into
it's good I'm not a delegate of Domi Kobenya.
Good.
But if I'm a delegate of Domi Kobenya right now, like I'll vote for Makukwe Jr.
You vote for Michael Kwe Jr.
Yes.
Okay, that's nice. So let's go into Bantama, one interesting place, because it goes to look like we are getting a second round of a showdown at Bantama constituency, where we find Asenso as a certain MP being contested strongly by the younger brother of a renowned politician and also a just ended former, or is it I'll call him presidential candidate, Honorable Kennedy Japan. So he's taking the showdown to Bantama constituency, and he has also raised a lot of allegations against the Bantama MP in support of his brother to be elected. And to the extent that we've even seen a lot of videos going around the media, how he's threatening that if delegates don't vote for his brother, he would expose some secrets of some issues that are best known to him and government. In that constituency, what do you think will happen? And do you even subscribe to such, can I use the word blackmailing politics?
Yeah. Okay. You know, this question you've asked me,
yeah,
if it's not something I wouldn't have answered it, because I supported Bawumia during the election between Ken and Bawumia.
So you can choose not to answer if you don't want to. You can choose not to answer.
But still, I will say something. I cannot just keep my mouth shut.
That's fine.
So some of our people will think because I support Bawumia, that's why I'm speaking for Asensu or something like that. But only as a human being and as a member of the party,
yeah,
I've got the right to say what I want to say.
Yes, why not?
Because that threatening this thing, what Ken did, in a way, Ken is not standing for the election. It's his junior brother. What I don't like it, we should allow the junior brother to campaign for himself. Ken can support him, but not to intimidate delegates. Yeah. He can support him because we get so many people supporting other candidates. Ken can come out and support him, vote for my brother. My brother, I think he's a good person. He's very intelligent. He can do this, he can do this, he can do that. But to come and intimidate delegates and start saying certain things about the candidate who is contesting with your brother, for that I don't accept it. I don't accept it, because it would be better to allow his brother to come out and campaign and say certain things you will come and do, but not to say my brother did this, my brother did this, so if I come, my brother will help me. It's not your brother who is contesting. It's not your brother who is going to become the MP. So if they elect you, and maybe you go to your brother that you said you do this thing, so please help me to do this thing, and your brother tells you he can't do it, what will you go and tell the constituency or delegates? What are you going to tell them? What are you going to tell the people who elected you?
Yeah.
When you be a man of yourself, tell them I'll do this, I'll do this. You vote for me. But don't depend on your brother. This is what sometimes I don't support Kennedy and what he said, intimidating people that if you don't vote for my brother, that one I don't support. But the only thing is I leave it to the delegates of Bantama to choose the candidate they feel will help them or will do the work for them in their constituency.
That's nice. Lastly, before I let you go, I've also seen that first of all, a lot of your branch members, okay, I can name about 3. Okay, the former secretary of the branch, just Mr. Badin, is contesting at the Kintampo. I don't know whether it's Kintampo North or South. I've also seen yes, I've also seen that the former youth organizer of the branch is also contesting, and also a patron of the youth wing is also contesting. What is motivating the diasporans to go home and contest for these slots or these seats?
It's good some of our members are contesting elections in Ghana.
Yeah.
Because, most of the party members, whether MPP or NDC or CPP, we'll be fighting for our parties in Ghana. We'll be contributing. We have been campaigning for them. We've been going on radio stations, doing a lot of work for our parties in Ghana. Mm-hmm. So when it comes like this, it will be better for some of us to go back home, because all of us want to go home. If our country is very nice or very good, things are working well, we will go back home and help our people.
Yeah.
So if you get some of us going home and going to stand for an election so that they too use the energies and the things they have to help our constituencies, it's not bad, it's very good. Because there are some who came here, went to school, they are educated, they are intelligent, They can go and start for an election. And some of us who are here, we can go back home sometimes during the election. And if the delegates elect them and go and support them so that they will be elected to go and represent the constituency and also we, the diasporans, they can help us in so many ways. Because now maybe this, what I want to say about this dual nationality. It has been in our parliament for a long time. So if we let some of it in our parliament, they go there, they can fight for us so that the thing will be very quick.
Yeah.
You see, so that we need some of us to go and sit in the parliament, tell them our grievances, help their constituency, and do a lot of things. Because some of them are very intelligent, and they can help the government, they can help the nation, and they can help us here in the diaspora.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tufo, former communication officer of the MPP Germany branch. So like I said before, I will let you go. Let me tease you again. Assuming you're a delegate for Bantama constituency, where will your bed be?
Automatically, I will vote for that one. For that one, I will not say I've got a candidate. I will vote for Asenso 100%.
That's fine. That's fine.
Because Asenso has done a lot of work for people of Bantama. And if you interview, they've been interviewing the people there, not even the delegates, those in the constituency.
Yeah.
They've been interviewing them, and about 75% of them have been saying Asenso have been doing a lot of work for them. So they are advising the delegates to vote for Asenso. So if I'm a delegate, I'm going to vote in Bantama constituency. I'll vote for Asenso because of the good work he's doing for the constituency.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr.
Thank you.
Tufo. And I will only say that may the best candidate win tomorrow, and may your party come out victorious in tomorrow's election. We'll hope to see you here tomorrow, if even we can organize a show tomorrow to go through the elections, to see developments from morning to evening, and probably discuss some of the wins and losses that will happen tomorrow. Because yes, some of the big whips obviously would go home, and we would be finding new candidates probably joining the race in going into parliament. But I'll also say that kudos to you and your branch executives to have made sure that, or to support, I've seen, like I said, Emmanuel Obey. I've also seen Joseph Jabba, and also, like I said, Mr. Baden from your branch, who are also in Ghana contesting for these positions. May they also win, and also make sure that what they learn in Germany are being implemented in Ghana to make the country great and great once again. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it. Yes, listeners, that is Mr. Tufo, former communication officer of the New Patriotic Party Germany branch. We just heard him, and we've heard how he has run down some of the constituencies and how his opinion is on tomorrow's elections. We pray that tomorrow they also come out victorious. And when I say victorious, I mean violence-free, and also they come out with good candidates to represent us in parliament. Because the Parliament of Ghana is becoming a place that we need to put more concentration on to make sure that we get the right people to represent us. As most of these experienced hands are leaving Parliament, we need to make sure that we get people who can replace or who can fit into their shoes to make sure that the legislative effort of the government is being stronger, is being taken into serious account. Because when you look at the likes of Mr. or Honorable Chairman Sabonso, he has been in Parliament for over 30 or is it 25 years. That means that he's one of the most experienced people we have. And it is said that the more you stay in Parliament, the more you learn, the more you become more effective in governance. So such people, sometimes they try to protect them so that they can be there to help with governance, not with their political party alone, but with the governance of the country. So when you look at the likes of Honorable Haruna Idrisu, the current Speaker of Parliament, Mr. Bagwin or Honorable Bagwin, they are all people who have stayed in parliament for a while, and when they are contributing or like when they are making their submissions in parliament, you can see the level of intelligence, the level of experience in governance. Okay, this goes to help our democratic credentials and also democratic lives and ways of the country. But when we are getting new entrants into the parliament, they don't even know the standing orders to even come talk about what what legislations and laws and policies can help the citizens. Okay, so I also, one way or the other, support the fact that we should try and maintain some of the old hands or the old people in parliament and bring in fresh blood. And when I say fresh blood, I'll be a bit biased. Okay, I would want to see most of my diasporians, okay, in there to keep a balance. Okay, like I said, I know the likes of Mr. Razak, who is contesting somewhere in Fantiakwa constituency. I know Mr. Emmanuel Obe, and I know about 4 or 5 of them who are contesting elections in Ghana. That is a very good sign that the diasporans are also going home to make sure that their country is great again. And one other thing I also realized, which I couldn't even ask Mr. Tufor, was the fact that I realized that most of these new entrants are youth. They are youth, and I think that is a good sign for the Ghanaian politics or the Ghanaian political environment, that we get more youths to come into politics or to come into governance, to take charge as the old people fade away. We need to get some of these youth to come in and take over some of these positions. So it's a good thing that we see some of these things here. Like I said, this is Top Politics on TopAfric Radio. Okay, if you've just joined us, like I said, you can share your comments and contributions so that we can read them for you. Going forward, I said we'll touch small about local politics in Germany. I call it local because I'm within Germany now, okay, and Ghana politics would be more or less international. Okay, but the local politics here is becoming more interesting too. That I just want to throw some little light on it. Okay, you see, with the coming in of Ghanaians into Germany or foreigners into Germany, okay, taking it from the early 60s till now, where foreigners were being accepted to integrate into the German system, and also to make sure that foreigners are accepted to work, live, and probably naturalize as citizens, to have every right that a citizen or a born German would have. Germany is gradually or have evolved to the stage that, okay, we get foreigners contesting or occupying political positions. Okay, that goes to tell us how the globe is welcoming or the globe is integrating globally. Okay, as in everybody's everywhere or everybody's part of the globe. All right. So in recent times, we have seen that Ghanaians in particular, I'm speaking for Ghanaians as at now, Ghanaians in particular have taken keen interest in joining and participating in the political issues and environments and also matters of Germany, which used not to happen in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and probably 90s. Okay, but we are getting this new revolution. I'll call it revolution, but in a very positive manner. Okay, that we get Ghanaians, okay, who have integrated well into the German system. And when I say Ghanaians, or like originated from Ghana, but now Germans, but can trace their roots back to Ghana. Okay, we find them in the politics or the political life of Germany. Okay, in Hamburg here, I remember we have, or I know we have, Honorable Irene Appiah, who is a Ghanaian or a born Ghanaian, who has led the way or paving the way for other Ghanaians to join into the political system of Germany. Yet again, okay, I saw this my uncle, okay, Mr. Kwesi Opoku Edusei. He's in Mannheim. and he's also out there contesting for a position within the SPD for the Federal Council. And this is very interesting for me, and I think motivating, okay, that Ghanaians in the diaspora, we are gradually developing and also evolving into the system proper. And I think it's something that we should applaud and also motivate others to follow suit. Because if we can get over 15,000 Ghanaians in Germany, wow. And we don't have representation, or somebody we can also say, okay, this person is linked to us, or this person is related to us in the stages of policy making. How then can we get our culture, our way of life, our understanding, okay, into the system of Germany? Or how can the Germans understand how we think, how we do things, and how they can help us integrate? But if we get the likes of these individuals, okay, who join into these policy making processes, I think that is a very good thing, and they would go to help us as a community, okay, and also to educate us as well as to when things or when policies are coming, how we are supposed to navigate and also what accept or integrate into it. So I'm just introducing Mr. Edusei from Mannheim, though I'm in Hamburg, okay, but TopAfric Radio is global. TopAfric Radio is a radio station that is widespread, okay. The whole Germany listens to us, hears us, or watches us. So it's high time we motivate ourselves, okay, or we use people like them as pace setters, or also our heroes, okay, to support them in any way we can for them to attain the positions, or to achieve, or to win the positions they want to, and also for us to use them as a case study, or like I said, a motivating factor for others to follow suit. Because we are here, we have our kids here who are naturally Ghanaians, but political wise, or I will call it legal wise, are not Ghanaians, are either Germans or other citizens, but their roots are from Ghana, so they would understand our culture very well. So if we get some of these people already doing this, and our kids look up to them or see them, knows that, okay, fine. If Mr. Edusei, if Mr. Honorable Irene and co can go this step into the political life, not only in the work life, okay, but can occupy some of these positions to make laws, okay, or to implement policies for people in Germany, that means that there is an opportunity for them to also follow suit. That means that we have been accepted into the German community, and we must do our best to make sure that the Ghanaian community also grows and grows better. Mr. Edusei, or I'll call you Honorable Kwesi Edusei, I think you are my hero now, and I appreciate you, and I believe that most Ghanaians watching and listening to me will appreciate you for this bold step you have taken. I will say that may God bless you and keep you strong. May you win, or may you get the position you are seeking for, to be able to help us, or to also educate us, or support your route. Because you are a Ghanaian, we know, or you were a Ghanaian, and per your position and per your influence in the society or the Mannheim community, you would be elected. Then we can always look up to people like you as a motivation to go ahead, or to let the younger ones follow suit, so that we can have a very good community in Ghana. We say thank you and bravo once again. Yadase, Nyamin Shirao, okay, and make you stronger. So I entreat all Ghanaians around Mannheim, or every German voter, okay, who is around Mannheim and can vote, okay, to pay attention to Honorable Mr. Honorable Edusei, or Akwesi Edusei. Help him and make him attain this, and let's support ourselves, okay, and people like us, to also make sure that we are everywhere, okay, because some policies that are being implemented in Germany might not fit our cultural setting so much or our understanding or belief system so much. So we have it a challenge. Okay. But if we have people up there who can also deliberately, okay, discuss with other people or with other policymakers to understand our way of life and the way we do things, okay, we would get at least an easy way through. Okay. So that is Honorable Apia on the screen right now. So these two Ghanaians actually for me they do motivate me so much, as in the fact that they have created that opportunity for us. Okay. And like I praised Mr. Edusei, equally I'm praising her for the bold steps she has taken so far, and may they go higher, and may they also impact onto the communities that they want to lead or they want to represent. Okay. And may the Ghanaian community also see them as that reflecting or stars that our younger ones will follow suit and make life better for everybody in Germany. So going forward, I would just want to touch on a last topic I just want to talk about, which has been in the news for a while now, which has to do with a lot of integration processes that is going on, a lot of deportation processes that is going on in relation to these elections. Okay, like I'm saying, okay, people or when foreigners come into the country, okay, and they have challenges in integrating, okay, is because largely we don't know how to or what we are supposed to do. That is one. Number two, okay, are the policies in place favoring our belief system, our understanding? Number three, okay, who is even up there to discuss with the policymakers on how best to help us integrate? Because we've heard in the news how Africans, Ghanaians are being deported because of documentation, because of integration issues and stuffs like that. So if we don't have anybody up there who can express our way of understanding things to policymakers, then we'll keep having these challenges. But the more we get people like Honorable Irene Apia and Honorable Ms. Edusei, okay, up there, they would help us to make sure that some of these things we understand them very well from the onset, okay, so that our integration processes would be what faster and easier. Okay, comparing Ghanaian community to the Turkish community or to other Auslander communities that are in Germany, okay, we are not doing too bad. Okay, but yes, Ghanaian community is also known to be one of the community that have difficulties when it comes to integrating, because the language itself alone is something that we struggle to cope up with. Okay, so is it possible? I'm just asking a question, okay, which is something that has been running through my mind. Is it possible that probably the years given for one to integrate into the system by language, is it fitting or is it befitting per our orientation or our understanding? Is it? So these are some of the things that I think with people like them going up the ladder politically will help us to integrate proper, will help us to get the better part of Germany. Okay, so I think it's a good move, and I encourage them to continue. And I also encourage other young Ghanaians, okay, or other young, do I call them dual citizens, born Ghanaians or Ghanaian born origin in Germany, to follow suit and take up positions like that. I know Mr. Desmond in Hamburg is also somebody, when such a position should be available, I will entreat him to go for it. I know one or two people. I know Frau Gellish of EMIC, she can also go up for some of these positions. So I encourage individuals to go up for it. Yeah, so since time is not on our side, and I think I've gotten a lot of messages that I even forgot to read them, because it's I think my producer can help me out here. Producer, yes, but I think reading these messages will be very difficult for me today. Very, very difficult. Yes, but I can see Madam Evelyn. Yes, you are watching us. Thank you, and thank you for your message. Yes. Yes, I see quite a number of them, but like I said, I don't have much time to read comments today. Sorry that I can't read comments today. But like I said, this is TopAfric Radio, Germany, Hamburg. Okay, and this is a Top Politics. Okay, this program is hosted every Friday evening. Okay, after the hard day's work, just come sit and enjoy the discussion. Okay, next week is going to be very great and educative, because next week I promise you we are going to talk about dual citizenship and also naturalization, how it affects us politically and how it's going to affect us as Ghanaians living in Germany or as a Ghanaian community, and the benefits attached and the difficulties also attached to it. So viewers, listeners, I say thank you once again for joining me today, and I hope to see you next week, same time. Thank you very much, and God bless us all.